Hello, everybody. This is Catholic Dad, episode number 154, The Evils of Obamacare Subsidies. I'm a physician. I work in medicine all the time, and I'm going to actually talk about a certain subsidy out of Obamacare, which is actually nefarious and evil. I don't know if you know this, but if you have family health insurance, your kids can stay on your health insurance as long as, or up to the age of 26, under one condition, as long as they're not married. And whenever they get married, they get thrown off the subsidy. Now, here's the deal, right? Whenever you have a subsidy toward one party, you actually take it from the people that don't use the subsidy. So if you're subsidizing somebody to stay unmarried and single, then the people that are actually subsidizing that party are the people that are married. And therefore, think about this. What does the Obamacare subsidy up to the age of 26 encourage? What it does is it essentially says that if you decide to get married, you now have to pay for your own health insurance. Like, let's say you're 22 years old or 23 years old or 24, you have to pay for your own health insurance. But if you're single and you decide not to marry and settle down and start a family, then you actually get a subsidy from the legal system, which is always paid for by the people that are not paying the subsidy, the single young people. So essentially, people that decide to live a sacramental life, people that actually decide to get married in a sacramental way at a younger age than 26, are actually subsidizing those who are living footloose and fancy-free. And this is not a small subsidy either, by the way. I got married at the age of 22, and so that was, if this were the law back then, and I mean, I had to pay for my own health insurance back then, but nowadays you wouldn't have to. Essentially, you get batched into your parents' health insurance, and then you actually don't have to pay for your own health insurance. Your parents do. And so if I were footloose and fancy-free back then, I would have saved myself probably $5,000 per year deciding not to get married at the age of 22, right? And think about that for a second. And then if I decided to wait until I was 26, not living a sacramental life, just think about all the ills in my life that could have occurred, all the things that wouldn't have occurred. My family would be smaller, and so on and so forth. And so what does the Obamacare subsidy do? Essentially, it's a disincentive to marriage, and incentivizes you to stay unmarried. Now, if everybody said, somebody will come out and say that's not the intent of the law. Well, yes, it is, because think about this. If you're like 21 years old and you decide you want to get married, why do you have to get removed from your parents' health insurance if that's not the intent of the law? Why is getting married the triggering event to take you off of your parents' health insurance? Meaning, why is getting married the point where you have to pay an extra $5,000 a year out of your own pocket? And that should bother everybody, really, because the intent of the law is to make people stay single longer. And the intent of the law is people that actually want to live a sacramental life and raise a traditional family. Those are the ones that have to subsidize those who are living the secular utopian life. And so that's theft. It's wrong. And it also encourages, I would say, immoral behavior. Because, 26, I mean, geez, guys, grow up. I mean, you're 26 running around, oh, I'm single, I'm doing whatever I want, footloose and fancy-free. You're a grown human. You're an adult. If you're not prepared for family by the age of 26, something went seriously wrong in your life. And so, anyway, I don't think the law should subsidize anybody and should not encourage behavior. But I certainly don't think the law should be used to encourage immoral behavior being subsidized by those who decide to use the moral route. That is a major problem in my mind, and that's why I think the keeping your kids on insurance till the age of 26 is immoral if you kick off the married kids before the age of 26. That is blatant immorality. It's evil, and this is Catholic Dad making you think about it. Please like or subscribe and get the Mass. Pray the Daily Rosary. God bless.